Hey, so I wanted to talk about today a couple of books I'm reading. I hate it when I say I am reading a lot of books at the same time and primarily obsessed with chemistry and alchemy, but I've had time to enjoy. I'm starting this, so I don't want to say mid-book review on this, but I am pretty mid-book or getting there and really enjoying it. This is Steve Martin's book that I guess came out in 2025 and showed up in my local. Look at it, it's so crazy they care if it's the reverse. Steve Martin writes the written word, and he has a book in here about a shop girl. If you like Steve Martin, you're gonna really enjoy this book, and you could just hear him talking. But what an enjoyable read! I'm really, really enjoying it. I'm also reading. I'm gonna grab it. Uh, Sorry. I don't know what showed up on the screen there, but apologies if anything was uh, less than modest. I am When Women Were Birds. Oh, gosh, this is crazy that it's reversed. And it's 54 variations on voice. Terry Tempest Williams, author of Refuge Picador, and it's from 2000 something, 2001 or 2. And she happens to be a Mormon woman related to the Romneys, but you don't get to that till like a quarter in the book. But what a nice book. And it's about a woman whose mother dies, or she starts the book about the moment when her mother dies and she's in her 20s, and now she's at the age her mother was when she died. And looking back at that, and it's really interesting. Both books have been really a nice respite from the chemistry and the alchemy and the electromagnetism and the heaviness of the world of trying to like sort of sort out things. But I just thought that I'd point that out because I think that there's just so much out there that we're not aware of, and they're controlling us with narratives. And as I read these books, as great as they are and as sincere as they feel from these authors, I can see the embedment of the big psychological operations, right? So there's a lot about the Mormonism. She's like, touching on the polygamy thing, and it's not so bad kind of a thing. And then Steve Martin, a lot of really liberal sexualism or sexuality. And I know now that that impacts our lives tremendously, how the books we read that we cuddle up with and connect with the author and think, oh gosh, this person is so much like me. There's some aspect, or maybe an entirely designed aspect, to make us think that that's normal. And a lot of it is. But then again, I'm sticking with the 10 to 20% of what they do in psychological operations being the falsity. But then the other 80 to 90% being a lot of truth. So that's why it's so hard. That's why it's so hard to face what's going on right now, because you go, but wait, I like this person, because I find it every day. I'm like, oh, I really like what they said here. I learned all of this here, but they're wrong on that. And when I say wrong, it's wrong where I am in my journey. This is for entertainment purposes only, but I strongly feel that metals are really bad for us, and a lot of other things. And they're embedded in these books, and they're embedded in television series and movies. I just had a really fun evening with the children. You can see from my posts, we put on. So I love it. Our daughter is big time into singing. It is learning soul, like, and the like I know the 90s, so I'm like not a huge. I wasn't. I got tired of it because of the radio replaying these songs, but um, now I'm rediscovering them with the children, and I think that's why it's so important to have children, because you just or I continually find that I discover things that I thought I was sick of, and then I rediscover how much I love them, and then I can explain to them, look, at the end of the day, that shit screwed me up. But on the way, it feels good. But just so you know, I'm going to let you know that the words in this song or the rhythm of this music is monotonous, or the words here are giving you a mantra that might ruin your life later, because when you're older, you might just grab onto that mantra in your head and think that that's right, when actually you just didn't have parents that taught you things that they learned in their lives. And so you're continuing a bloodline that should be broken. But along the way, we could have a lot of fun teaching them. And I think that's why I wanted to get online tonight, was talk about that, and how much it's important to like look at the fiction and enjoy the fiction, because it does rest their mind and make me laugh out loud and think about life and get a little bit lighter. And but know that the publishers and the producers and the designers of all of this have a master plan, or have had a master plan, which is keeping us away from truth and keeping us out of um, reality and nature, but entertaining us along the way. And as long as this is my personal decision with our children, is to, okay, I'm going to expose them, but I'm also going to express what I think these things mean. And that's why there used to be something called PG, which was parental guidance. Do you guys remember that? So parental guidance was on movies and so forth, that the parent should be sitting there going, okay, that's bad, I'm going to cover your eyes. This one isn't that, but we're going to talk about that when we get home. No one does that anymore, right? And I recognize in myself that I can be lazy, but I'm no buts. I can be better, and I can be a lot better. I am also taking care of myself, and that I'm with the children most of the time. And so there's moments where, and this is why I have the channel, where I need to express and talk and so forth, and have moments to read my books and study, etc. But the times together with children viewing the screens gives them a guidance into what your thinking is. So then as they're watching the screen, they'll be like, well, mom thinks this, or dad thinks that, grandpa thinks this, grandma thinks that. By sitting with them and commenting as you're watching something, it's really good. And we laugh so much because now they get my humor, because I want to grow old with them. And I will grow old with them, and I'll grow really old, because I'm going to 150 years at least. And that means they're going at least to 200. And so I want to develop at this young age, which we know the brain is much more receptive and is seeking guidance from parents, just like birds and cats and horses and cows seek guidance from observing and learning from directly their parental units, or their mother and father. And I just wanted to get on and say that, and thank you for being here. I want to say thank you to the one person that is here, that came and went, which was Nate X. And have a great night. Just wanted to express that. What else did I write down? Oh, well, I'm not going to talk about that tonight. Have a great night.